YouTube, I'm back. Working on that apartment building. Trying to figure out what strategy I'm gonna go. Do I want to use my money? Do I want to go into debt? Do I want to do a 1031 exchange? I got options. Just trying to figure out which one makes the most sense. Looking at Daytona Beach, 12 units to 15 units. They're selling between 400 to 500,000. So just trying to figure out which one is going to actually be the most lucrative and put the most cash flow in my pocket. We'll be doing a corporation and actually partnering up. I'm realizing I can do more deals if I bring other like-minded individuals in. But YouTube, I noticed one thing. It's easier to borrow $500,000 than it is to borrow $50,000. So I sat back and I was like, man, most people are afraid to go into debt. So as I'm sitting in the bank, actually it's with my mortgage broker, I'm talking to her, and she's running over all the different options that are available. And I was like, I'm getting asked less questions borrowing $500,000 than what I did when I was just borrowing 50,000. I don't know if you guys know how it is to get that loan from a bank. They ask about everything. Have you ever been arrested? Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you ever been in foreclosure? How big your shoe? How big your hands? I get to the point where I was like, ma'am, with that $50,000 loan, y'all can just keep it. I don't want to get stressed out over this. Y'all getting on my nerves, asking too many damn questions. When I'm doing the apartment building, I'm not getting asked nowhere near as many questions. So I was like, why is it that it's easier in America to borrow $500,000 than it is to borrow $50,000? Because most people would think that it's harder to borrow more money. So as I continue to process the information on my own, I come to my conclusion that the more the loan, the more units is located at one location, the less questions they have to ask me because they are no longer concerned as much about my credit, about my income. The building is what they're financing. They don't care about me no more as an individual. They don't care if I don't make enough money because they know the building is gonna make enough money. And YouTube, this is one of the most valuable lessons I learned and why I will never buy one rental again at a time. It's a waste of time. It's too much. It costs too much to just buy one. It's cheaper to buy 15 at a time because you got 15 tenants paying you X amount of dollars a month. And the chance of you actually defaulting is less because you got more income coming in. This is the game that's being played by the wealthy. So from now on, I'm always going to be going into debt at least 500,000. I'm not messing with one unit anymore. It's too risky. It's less risk to borrow 500,000 than it is to borrow 50. Because if I have a house and I got a loan for 50,000 and that tenant actually stops paying, I got to pay. If I'm in debt $500,000, I got 15 tenants. If one of them stop paying, I'm still getting paid. So What I'm learning as I continue to grow as an individual is looks can be deceiving. Big numbers are just that, big numbers. Don't let the numbers intimidate you. It's just numbers. You don't have to be limited. You limit yourself by worrying about big numbers. The bigger the numbers, the less of a risk you're taking because you got more players to pay back your loan. The lower the risk, the more units you actually need. So the more units you have, the lower the risk. Wow, wish I'd have known this 10 years ago. I would have never bought a single family house. But sometimes you have to get burned in order to learn. So YouTube, don't be afraid of numbers. They are just that, numbers. Break down the deals, analyze how many units you're getting per door, check out the cash flow levels, and make a move. 500,000 is less riskier than 50,000. I'm gonna stop there. Until next time, change your mindset.